So, my dear masters, my dear friends, my dear gods, today this is one of the important topic, the wisdom. We all need to be aware of this, and we need to learn a lot about this particular topic. It's very important, very useful for every one of us. So, once you come to the spiritual journey, definitely you need to understand what is master, how to become master, master of what exactly we need to become. So everything we need to understand, my dear friends. So let's get into the spiritual wisdom. Spiritual wisdom we'll try to share with you right now today. Friends, many of us want to become master. So some of the people who are aspiring to become a spiritual master, definitely you need to have your own sadhana. That means meditation, sajjana sangatya, swadhyaya. So along with that, so your own practice, basically meditation practice, the more and more meditation practice, once you start doing it, definitely will become master in this life or in any one of the life. So that's for sure. So most of us who join the spiritual classes, so in the beginning, we all want to become, basically we want to get something. That means we want to succeed in something. We have some goals. We have some materialistic goals, basically. It can be health, or it can be a financial thing, financial related, or it may be some kind of relationship issues. So whatever it may be, so we all want to achieve something. So in order to achieve something, so what we try to do is we put in some efforts, and basically all the other ways also everybody will try, isn't it? So if you are in the path of maybe you are in the path of learning music. Of course, you'll learn the music by um, going to the a musician, a master. Then you start learning the music. So when you learn the music, of course, you start from basics. Then slowly, what happens? You also become a musician. That means you also will become a master. So that's the materialistic side. Like the same, similarly, everything like a singer, painter, so sports person, so anything, whatever it may be, all these things, whatever the purpose you find in physical life, the materialistic life, it's all definitely required, and you'll be doing something. So if not one thing, some other thing you'll be doing. Say, as an example, a shoemaker is there, painter is there, a labor is there, plumber is there. So there are many roles for us, for everybody in this life, for all of us. There are many roles. So day to day, I mean, if you find many of the roles in this society, so we'll all will be doing. So when we try to see that, we need to find out a purpose for our life. So purpose for our life, before finding a purpose for our life, that means before getting into any kind of a material purpose, the first thing we need to do is we need to know ourselves first. So unless you know yourself, that means know thyself. Know thyself is the statement given by Jesus Christ. So what does he say? You have to know yourself first. Once you know yourself, the after that, whatever you do, it can be anything. So the job can be anything, or the profession can be anything. So whatever you do, you will definitely find the great meaning in it, and also the great joy in doing it, and great fulfillment will come, and you will be able to enjoy the job, whatever you do. Unless you know yourself, that means knowing yourself is primarily required, my dear friends. Without knowing yourself, you can never become a master in anything. You want to, so in the as a materialistic goal, you want to become a master in, let's say, sports, a master in the music, a master in the painting or arts, whatever it may be. So those are the materialistic goals. The materialistic goals definitely required, because you came to the Earth planet. Definitely, you will be doing some or other job. Without doing anything, you can't survive here. So you have to do something. It can be materialistic wise, it can be any work, whatever it may be. So when you are doing that particular work, you want to get an excellence, you want to get the purity, you want to get the kind of a innovation or this creativity. All these things you want to achieve in anything what you are doing on this earth planet. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you are doing on the planet. It can be anything, my dear friends. It doesn't matter at all. For the soul to evolve, it doesn't matter at all. Whatever you are doing, it takes a lot of experiences from that particular job or from that particular whatever the role you are playing on the earth planet. You might be a teacher or so you might be a carpenter, whoever it may be, whatever it may be. So you are doing some job from that. So what will happen is you will be taking some kind of experiences. So if you observe the great masters, the basically great masters like Ramana Maharshi, Ramakrishna Paramsa, all the great masters, if you observe, so they never studied much. They never studied much. And in fact, so they didn't do much the greater work like us, what we do, like in the society, we do some respectable jobs. You may be engineer, you may be a doctor, you may be a chartered accountant. Many of the people in many different positions they are playing in their own current life. So even you are doing it, but you don't have you are missing something is you never tried to know yourself. But the masters who became the master of life and they became the master of master of themselves, right? So they became master of themselves. They're known completely. So their inside, the inner, they completely understood. So those became the great masters. Those became. In fact, we all follow them. So that means, so whoever know themselves is always superior, is always, so that means is always in the higher elevation state. That means he is evolved, his soul is evolved, and definitely when he known himself, he can know everything else. He can know and he can understand and he can lead the life also. So they lead the life peacefully and joyfully and happily and in the bliss, especially in the bliss, my dear friends. Otherwise, in this materialistic life, whatever the heights of success, whatever the material gain you achieve, you can never be happy. So that is why what is more matter is, so how much you achieved in the physical life is not the matter. How much you achieved in the physical life is not at all a matter. The reason is we observe many people in the society, they went to the heights of the success, but at the same time they are also crying, they are also in the dukkha, they are in the sadness state, they are unhappy, they are not satisfied, they are not fulfilled in their life, they are not leading the life in the fulfilled, my dear friends. So when they are not leading the life in the fulfillment, you can definitely understand what is lacking with them. What they are lacking with them is they never try to understand themselves. That means they never try to understand their own inner consciousness. They never try to connect to the inner consciousness. So what the inner consciousness brings is the inner consciousness. If you try to understand, if you try to connect to it, it brings the great joy, the great joy, the beauty in you. So that means the soundarya. It brings a lot of beauty within you. You will be definitely, so your heart, you will be evolving with respect to heart, and you all your qualities, all your great qualities. It can be patience, compassion, love, friendship, the sharing and caring. So these all the great qualities within you will be so blossom. So only when, though you are in any position, you may be in any position in the society, you can be from a small position to the big position, financially, or the with respect to the status, with respect to the power position. It can be anything in the society what you are playing, what you are doing. It is not great matter. It doesn't matter. What it matters is whether you are known yourself. Whether you are known yourself. You might have become a great master in your own profession. In your own the job what you are taken up, you might be excel at that, but are you enjoying that? Are you enjoying your job? Are you really having a compassion to other fellow beings? Are you having a compassion to all other live beings? If these qualities are missing in you, then definitely you are not mastered your life. So most of us, what we feel like mastering means I achieved what I wanted. Let's say I wanted two cars. I bought two cars. I bought one house and my family is settled. My children is well settled in their own life. So with this, you think that you have mastered your life. It's not at all a mastery, my dear friends. It is only a role you have played, and you have got something by with your own intellect, with your own skill set. You achieved something on this earth planet, but it is all temporary, which is with you right now. Whatever is with you, whatever you gained here on the earth planet, it's all a temporary object. All It's all a temporary asset. So what is with you right now, so which is going to go away. One day, one fine day, it's all going to be vanished, or it's all going to be so disappeared, my dear friends. So in that case, so how can you claim that as a mastery? How can you claim that as a success? So success in meaning is success must be all round. Success must be holistic in nature. It must be holistic, my dear friends. What is the meaning of holistic? So you must be able to sow your own. You must be able to have your own inner growth along with outer growth. Then it is holistic in nature. It means the outer in the materialistic life, you have definitely achieved the great skill set, the great achievements, and the great experiences. Definitely, that's going to be that's definitely wonderful. Along with that, what exactly the more and more valuable thing which you are missing is your own inner. You are missing your own inner. You are disconnected. So that is why you see many people, though they went to the climbing of great successes, but they are still suffering. They are still suffering with one or other reason, and most of the people, they are suffering with greater number of diseases. The reason being, so they are not fulfilled. So their inner is not fulfilled. So what happens is all they have seen is outer growth, outward experiences, and all the things is related to the outside world. So as long as the outside world is a temporary thing, so we all know that all the outer existence, it is one or other day which is going to be so disappearing. That means it's going to be vanished, or it's going to be so it's all illusion, my dear friends. So that is the reason. What will happen is whatever the success you get in the materialistic world, it's not going to measure your mastery. Your mastery is not going to be measured with respect to your outer world successes, or gaining, or the fame or name, whatever you did in the outer world. But for definitely, what is that which we need, which we are all missing, is connecting to your own inner self. That means knowing yourself, know thyself. So that's what Jesus Christ says, right? What Jesus Christ says: know thyself, love thyself, love the neighbor. So when you know yourself, then what will happen is you can understand everything else outside, my dear friends. At the same time, we need to understand only one very important thing is we are unique in this entire existence, my dear friends. We are the unique personality. We means everybody is a unique personality in this existence. There is no other person similar to you created by existence. It's also very important. So most of us, what we will be thinking. So today you need to take in a great message that you don't need to think of becoming a Jesus or a Buddha, or a similar to him. So you don't need to think about now like you have to become a Buddha, you have to become a Jesus, you have to become a Lord Krishna. So what you need to think always is, as such, you are created as an individual. You are created a unique individual, a unique soul, which is created by existence. You have to become yourself. It means whatever the knowledge, whatever the wisdom, everything, whatever the practices you do. So all these things, finally, it leads to you. You as an individual soul, you will be growing, and you will become that. You will become yourself. That means in the existence, nobody is similar to other person. Nobody, no soul is becoming, no soul is need to become the same as the Buddha, as same as the Jesus Christ. So which are Jesus Christ, in that case, what will happen is the existence might have created thousands of Jesus Christ, thousands of Buddhas on this earth planet. We don't need many more Buddhas. We don't need many more Jesus Christ, my dear friends. Jesus Christ has achieved his own way of, the enlightenment. In fact, enlightenment means enlightenment is not something which you need to achieve. You are already enlightened being, my dear friends. You are already enlightened being. In fact, you are already that. You don't need to become something. If you're in the process of becoming something, what will happen is you lose a lot of things. Your joy, peace of mind, the kind of the inner agitation, lot of negative things will start happening because you are not able to achieve, right? So that is why what exactly you need to understand is you're already that, you're already that. That means inside you there's a soul consciousness. The only thing is your mind especially is an obstacle. Your mind has picked up lot of things from the society, parents, and your teachers, all surrounding of you from the society especially. It has picked up lot of conditionings and lot of things which are not relevant, which are not meant for the your spiritual growth or the your inner growth. So that's how what happened is you are not able to understand yourself properly. So your mind has become an obstacle in order to understand your own self, my dear friends. So that's where what happens is, so you are not able to understand, as you are not able to understand your inner self, then you are not able to become a master in your life. So mastery means the mastery of life, it comes only when you know yourself. That means knowing yourself is a great mastery. That is a real mastery, my dear friends. After that, whatever you do, that all it's okay. That means whatever the job you do, whatever the profession you take up, whatever you do anything also. All the great yogis, they didn't do anything much. Of course they might have done a lot of things in their past lives. Of course they have come to that state after doing so many karmas, after fulfilling again karmas, like as we keep discussing for so many classes here, so many sessions now. There's soul evolution, there are the seven bodies are there. So in the soul evolution, every soul will try doing something in every life, and so many lives are there. So every life you keep doing something and you keep learning something. For a soul, as I discussed in the previous times also, for a soul everything is a progression. There is no question of regression. There is no regression. What is there? Everything is in a progression, my dear friends. So when it is a progression, why do you want to suffer? Why do you worry about it? Your own life, you never need to worry, my dear friends. Generally, what happens is when we come to the physical planet, of course, we grow and we become adult and we take up some job or profession, whatever it may be. But as there is the kind of environment what we live here in the current world, everybody is given some goals or some aims to achieve. I mean, like you have to become a good professional person, and you have to earn money, and you have to establish yourself. You should have a good family. All these are given, to us. Then what will happen is, so passing through all these things, ultimately we forget what exactly we are. Until unless you find out what exactly you are, whatever you do outside things, whatever you do in the outer world, it doesn't find the great meaning in your life, my dear friends. You might be, of course, you might be happy with all materialistic things around you, or you are enjoying everything around you. It's all okay. So all this is a physical enjoyment or physical fulfillment, what you are getting. But one fine day, you get stuck with the great unanswered questions. All unanswered situations come and stand in front of you. When the unanswered things, when the difficult things, when the uncertain things come and struck your life, then what will happen is you don't have answers. Then what happens? That point of time, then you start searching for the some kind of a yoga centers, meditation centers. So likewise you start, or you are trying to meet some Swamiji, right? You might be trying to meet some astrologer. You want to find out. Of course, your education does not help. Your material status has not helped. Your money has not helped. Your relationships, and you have made great name, fame, everything. Did it help you at that critical situations? Did it help you in the crisis? It never helped you, my dear friends. Then what you are searching for? Now you are trying to search for the unanswered questions or uncertain things happen in your life. So this you might be, many people might be experiencing these kind of things in one or other situations in everybody life, right? So that is where what exactly you need is, you need that point of time, you need to first of all understand yourself. It means, so though I am greatly successful, I got a fame name in the outside world, but what is the true meaning of myself? What is the true form of myself? When you understand the true form, the true essence of yourself, then what will happen is whatever happen in your life, whatever uncertain things, whatever things is happening around you, maybe there are the bad things or worse things or things which are having giving you a lot of pain, whatever happen it may be, whatever things happens it may be, then what will happen is you start accepting them because you do not know law of karma, you do not know about soul itself, you never heard about the soul itself, my dear friends. Many of the people are living in the bodily consciousness. You observe everybody. So they live in a more of body consciousness. They take care of the body. At max, what happens is they try to take some coaching for the mind improvement or the mind conducting the mind. So like mind power, something like they think about they have to be strong in the mind. They have to be strong in the mind, and they should be ready to face any kind of situations. But one thing is very important. Though you yourself is very strong in the mind, you are able to face any kind of situations. But life will throw the great challenges, the great challenges to you in order to awaken you in your own life. It may be in this life or next life after tens and hundreds of lives. Definitely, every time the life means the existence will be throwing the great challenges towards you. Why it will throw the great challenges, my dear friends? It want to awaken your own master inside you. Who is the master? Your own soul, your own self. He is sitting inside you. He is very much inside you. He is a part of every particle, smallest particle within your physical body. So the mind is nothing but a consciousness, my dear friends. Where exactly? Where is the mind? Mind is everywhere. We think that mind is in the brain. That's a wrong concept. Mind exists in every smallest particle. The particle exists in your physical body. It means the mind itself is a consciousness, my dear friends. So the consciousness, the self, and soul. So this is a particular thing that is the real master. You need to approach that real master, my dear friends. So as a human being, as I told you, everybody will go through the diverse situations outside, in their own family, in their own society. Everyone will be going through the very different, diversified the kind of a activities they'll be going through or the situation they'll be going through. But for everybody to come to a fulfillment, to become a joyful being, to become a blissful being on this earth planet, as long as you are living on this earth planet, from the birth to death, you want to be joyful, you want to be blissful, or you want to be in an ananda state always, you must know yourself. You have to approach your own inner being, my dear friends, your own real master who is sitting inside you. That is the real mastery. Becoming a master means that is what it's becoming a master. Once that's why. So what will happen, my dear friends? Even Bhagavad Gita, you take Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna always preach to the Arjuna. You become a yogi. Yogi Bhava Arjuna. Always he says this word. For every, some of the slokas, you observe many of the slokas he written very clearly, Yogi Bhava Arjuna. That is the preaching. That's a great preaching to the Arjuna. The reason being, Arjuna is a Nara, so the Lord Sri Krishna is a Narayana. So that means a Narudu, that means a man, a ordinary man. So what will happen is he doesn't have the awareness about himself. It means he is not aware of himself. He never knew himself. So then what will happen is he always think that he is a physical body. All other people who are connected to him, they are also physical bodies. Once the physical body died, he'll understand that if a physical body died, he is disappeared. It means he doesn't have any kind of a existence at all. When you know that he is going out, see what happens, friends. You think in your physical life. If you are thinking that everything is going away from you, that means so your body is disappearing. You are going away from your family, right? So when somebody died, what happened? His physical body is disappeared. His physical body is merged with the Panchabutas. Then with that, what happened? If somebody is not having a spiritual wisdom, if he's in like a layman of the spirituality, what happens is for him that is the great sadness. For him that is a great dukkha. For him that is a great misery. The reason being, he know that he's a physical body and all other people are also physical bodies. He never knew that there is something which is, the real master who is sitting inside him. That is the self or a soul consciousness or a consciousness which is sitting inside everybody. Even the physical body died. So this consciousness is everlasting. It traveled to the other worlds and again it come back in the different format. As he doesn't have this awareness, what happens? He'll be in dukkha always. And he'll be in the misery. So in fact, it takes a lot of time in order to recover from the situation. So that is why what is more important is more important than being successful, being at the great helm of affairs. And I'm the chief of a big company, or I'm chief of a bank, or whichever it may be, outside, whatever success you call, whatever you success you name, fame, whatever it is, all before that, you must become a yogi first, or you must know your master. You must know yourself, you must know your master, who is sitting well within you. Once you know that master, so then what will happen is, whatever you do outside things, everything will be a great fulfilling, my dear friends. You try that, because you are all trying now doing meditation, isn't it? You do meditation, you do a carpenter job. You do meditation, then you do a office work job, office work. You do your meditation. So more and more experience you take, more and more energy you take, and then go to your housework job, like your housework, or any kind. It can be anything, any profession. So that will be a great fulfilling, my dear friends. And also it will also be having the great excellence at the work, and also the great joy in doing that work for you also. The reason being, you know yourself first. Who are you? Who am I? When I know who am I, then everything else for me is very easy. It means I got mastered. Now, at this point of time, I can say that I became a master. Otherwise, you can never claim that you are a master of life. How can you say you are a master of life? Let's say you achieved the great medal in the sports, isn't it? And you can say that I'm a master in these sports, but you can't say that I'm a master in life. The reason being, you might be master in the sports, but the same person might have failed in the relationships with his wife or children or somewhere else. It means something is something he excelled at, the all other things are spoiled. The reason being, he doesn't know himself first. When he know himself, with a great clarity, with a great awareness, and when he tried meditation, when he tried an inner journey, and he realized is a true essence, then from that point of time, the perception of everything and everybody and every other beings will be tremendously beautiful, and also it will be the great appreciating, my dear friends. So that's what every one of us, we need to achieve that. So that is why all these 21 days, what exactly we are trying. First of all, we want to know ourselves. We are all trying to know ourselves. When we know ourselves, so there is a real master which is sitting inside. So when we become that master, so then we can become a master of everything around us. We don't need any other kind of a support, my dear friends. When you become a master of your own self, when you know thyself, then what will happen is, we don't need any extraneous support. We don't need any kind of a external appreciation, or external the support, or any kind of other things we don't need at all, because everything is there inside. All answers are there within you. So that is why, so knowing yourself is the real mastery, my dear friends. So that is the message of today. Message of today is, knowing yourself is the real mastery. So all other things in the outside world, whichever it may be, so they are secondary. The primary thing is knowing yourself. Then after, you become a painter, magician, carpenter, labor, engineer, doctor, whatever it may be. It doesn't matter. It's in a role you're playing. So we all discussed. You'll play the role, right? So you come to the earth planet, you do your duty, and then you depart. Obviously, you have to depart. So that's not a big thing. But before departure, did you understand yourself? Did you ever inquire that, who am I? Where from I came? Where do I go back? Where is my real home? What do I do here? When I'm here, what should I do? All the self-inquiry, you never did it. In a part of your regular curriculum, it is never there. Nobody is ready to tell you all these things. So that is why when you go through the spiritual class like this, what you need to make the today's essence, the great essence you have to take, the great message you have to take from this today's class is, the first thing is you have to become master of yourself. That means you need to understand, you need to connect to your own inner master who is sitting very much there. The physical body, mind, intellect, all these things are managed by this own master who is sitting inside. But we are trying to search outside, my dear friends. Many of us, we keep searching. We want to become that. We want to become this. Even in the materialistic side, everybody want to become different. They want to achieve different goals. If one person achieve 10 crore, they want to achieve 100,000, like that. So that's a materialistic side. Everybody is in the rat race and they are doing it. Of course, they are able to achieve it. They are able to do it. All that because they have an intention. They have thought power. They keep the thought power. They keep the intention. They will definitely achieve it. The universe also supports. Friends, only one thing you have to remember in the universe says for everything, yes. Whatever you ask, yes. You think that whatever thought I release, the universe will not listen. But universe will definitely listen to you and it says yes to you. You want to achieve good thing, bad thing, right? For everything, it says yes. So only the thing is, you have to be, when you master yourself, when you really understand yourself, what will happen is, whatever comes out of your mouth, it will be always in a more miraculous way or more positive way. It will be positive, it will be miraculous only. It can be never negative or disastrous. Then what will happen is, whatever you say outside, that whatever the achievement of your own words will be, your own thoughts will be always powerful. So likewise, many of the people, without knowing meditation, without knowing the spirituality also, you can find many people will be achieving a lot of successes in the materialistic life. The reason being, they create that. Every human being is given the power to create something, my dear friends. You are a co-creator. You can create, definitely can create anything in your life, whatever you wanted. So that means a single human being as such, has got an immense potential inside. Which is that potential? Your own soul. So what they do is, some people, who are materialistically, they are grown up, they are very much achieved. So what did they do is, their thought power is so heavy, so powerful. They keep their thoughts very sharp and suited. Then what will happen? They will achieve the targets and they will achieve the goals. But so, do you think that he's a master of he's a master of his life? He cannot be a master of his life. He is not achieved. Try to understand. He is not achieved completely. The overall completion. He didn't become a complete man. He became a 50%. 50% success. I can say it's a 50% succeeded. The remaining 50% he never succeeded. So what he should have done in the remaining 50% is, he might have done the spiritual practice also, with which what happens is, you might have balanced whatever you achieved in the materialistic life, right? It can be a big property, money, or the great positions, or whatever it may be, position, name, power, whatever it may be, you might have achieved. But meaning of all those things will be very clear, very great understanding. Only the person who have got the spiritual practice with him. Unless he become a yogi or a master, right? Unless he try to understand his own self, if he doesn't have that kind of awareness with him, so all these materialistic things looks for him is a greater, and they looks for him as a kind of a permanent things. He thinks that they're all permanent, they're all belonging to me. I am the owner of all these things. Then ultimately, in one fine day, without knowing you, right? So in a kind of a uncertain things happens to you, and anything from the nature, from the existence, it will come and struck you. So likewise, friends, even the great kingdoms on this earth planet, they have got vanished. So there's nobody remembers who is the great king and what he did in those, the hundreds of years back, thousands of years back. Many people came, many people went back. isn't it? So that's why, so all these things are temporary things which, we don't need to worry much. Of course, if it is coming to you, you take it, no problem, you accept it. You are gaining so much, wealth, health, whatever it may be. So whatever is coming to you, you keep taking it. At the same time, having some spiritual background, having some spirituality always in practice, which will give the complete fulfillment for whatever you do outside, my dear friends. Otherwise, it never give any fulfillment. I've seen many people having everything, they are suffering. For what reason they are suffering, you tell me? Because they are not having a, lacking of the spiritual experience, the spiritual wisdom, the lacking of their own inner experiences. With all these things, what happens? How much ever, they are surrounded by, how much ever their bank balance, all these things, they won't give all the answers to him. Many of the questions are unanswered for them. That's why they are suffering. They are in a confusion state. What next? What to be done? They have no way. They have no path to follow that. So only when you have spirituality along with you. That's why the purpose of this holistic wellness program gives that. It provides you that. All the spiritual support. Whatever the unanswered questions to you, just do meditation. Sit silently. Go inside of you. Slowly, slowly. May not be today, may not be tomorrow. It may be months or it may be years. But 100% without fail, for sure, you will get your own inner voice start working. The day your inner voice start working, you are definitely achieve your success, or you became a great master in the spirituality. Without which, of course, without that also, the spirituality in the beginning side, in the beginning time, a lot of other benefits are there, as we have discussed already. It gives a lot of, the kind of a peace inside you, and it gives a lot of performance, a lot of the great relationships, and great other advantages. Many are there. Along with that, the highest spiritual experience, the highest spiritual success is whenever you get your own inner voice started working, and then when you knew yourself, that means when you understand yourself. So that is the time where really your true essence will be known to you. When you know yourself, my dear friends, so that itself is a great achievement for this existence. For the existence, what exactly needed is, it exactly needed what exactly you are. It never wanted you to become something else. Okay? So that means, so as I am, for example, as I am, what I'm learning, what I'm undergoing, so what I'm becoming, I must become, I must become myself. I must not need to become a Buddha or a Jesus. I don't want to duplicate. So existence will never allow any kind of a duplication in its own format, my dear friends. It never allow at all. There's no question of duplication in the existence. It gives infinite possibilities. The infinite souls it will introduce to the existence. Paramatma or Supreme Intelligence will introduce infinite number of souls, but one soul is unique. Every soul is unique. One soul will never be similar to the other soul. So that is why many people say, you become that, you become this. They keep saying, right? Of course, they are normal generic statements, but they are not correct statements. You don't need to become anything else. Let me tell you factly. That's a fact. You don't need to become anything else. What you need to become? You need to become what you are exactly. Whatever you are exactly today, that is enough. That itself is a great celebration, my dear friends. But the only thing is, we need to accept what we are. When you accept what you are fulfilled. You are happy always. Let there be some situations, let there be some problems, difficulties, many things surrounded us. But when you accepted what you are right now, you are an enlightened person as such. Enlightenment is not very far, my dear friends. That's all the kind of a, the illusion. That's all kind of a people are playing with the mind. They are playing with the mind. What they're trying to say is enlightenment is very far. If you want to achieve that, you have to do a lot of tapas, the lot of many the rigorous practices, hatha yoga, this one, that one. So many things, many people may telling you. You need to undergo this particular puja or a great sadhana. All these things they'll be keep telling you. But enlightenment as such, it is right there within you, right there in front of you, right there within yourself. You just need to accept what you are. Whatever your condition now, you just accept, keep moving on. And then you always will be happy. You will be always blissful, my dear friends. That kind of acceptance yourself, accepting yourself in a present condition, that will come only through meditation, only through the spiritual sadhana. Otherwise, it will never come to anybody, my dear friends. So that is why. So today, the essence of our today's session is, first of all, you need to master yourself. You need to know yourself. Then you become master of everything around you. Then the real mastery will come, my dear friends. Otherwise, nothing is real mastery. I can't say that anything without the spirituality added, without knowing yourself, anything else looks to me is not a mastery, is below mastery. It's not a real mastery, my dear friends. So you want to become a real master, know yourself. That is the final message of this today's session. So to become a real master, to know ourselves, everyone has to go through the meditation. The way is meditation. Meditation, meditation, meditation. Okay, right.